Hello, hello. Yes, merry everything and happy always. And may the holidays bring you joy because we all know we need it. But yes, I am here about to do a video on my favorite Christmas toys in the 90s. Man, I miss those times. Not paying bills and carefree. Yeah. So I have 3 of my favorite Christmas toys from the 90s and I want to do some nails with. So if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned and let us know this. So my first favorite toy, not in any particular order, was the Casio's Secret Sender 6000. Let me tell you, I was obsessed with this toy.
When you really can't say what's on your mind, let the Casio Secret Sender 6000 do the talking. Because the Secret Sender can zap a secret message across any room. And the Secret Sender's packed with cool stuff, like a fun face maker, a built-in phone directory, and it's a TV remote control! Secret Sender, yeah! The Secret Sender 6000, available at KB.
In this one class that I didn't like, I would always turn on the TV and turn it off. And then we would just laugh hard because she would scream and go, "Who's turning on the TV?" But yeah, those are the good old days. I remember being on this thing for hours and I'm not for sure what I was doing, but I had lots of fun with this toy. I didn't have any friends that had one, so I couldn't text message in class, but this definitely was a precursor to my sidekick / my phone addiction now. So they definitely was programming us at an early age. Alright, so let's get started on making these nails. I'm going to use some water decals, and if you do not know how to make water decals, I do have a video shows you how to do that, and I'll link it right here. I'm going to use these pinky nude nails from Rosalind. I believe I purchased these from Amazon. I will have the link for majority of the products in my bio in case you're interested. Here are some water decals that I made. Now some of these are images that I got from the internet and some of these I did make. I will be coming out with a video on showing you how I made these images in a new video. So stay tuned for that. Now I have here a collage of what looks like a 90s theme. I will say by the time I was coming of age, I was, into CDs. Tapes were kind of coming out of it, but I thought it was real cute for what I want to do with this nail set. I'm going to go ahead and start cutting out the designs I want on the nail. Once I have finished cutting the nails, I'm going to go ahead and set the stickers aside and I'm going to start putting a matte top coat on the nails. Now I'm putting a matte top coat because I don't personally feel like filing the nails. I do find it easier to paint than buff. Even if you choose to buff the nail, you definitely want to have some matte top coat because this will protect your water decal and any of the nail designs you decide to do. Next, I am going to paint the nails that I'm going to put the water decals on white. Usually when you're dealing with water decals, you want the decals to pop, so putting it on a light color will help with that. I am putting another matte top coat on top of the white because I don't want the water decal to be compromised with any stickiness or gooiness from the gel polish. I'm going to go ahead and freehand a French tip because I always forget the hacks, which means I would have to stop, look for the video, and I don't got time for that. So I'm okay on how it comes out. And again, another matte top coat. I'm trying to put it as thin as possible so it doesn't get too bulky. I'm not for sure on which collage I would like to use, but I think I'm going to use the one with the peace sign. Let's go ahead and peel off the water decal. So here you can see why you would want to use a lighter color than a darker color, because your water decals are pretty sheer, so putting them on a white color will make them pop. Now when handling water decals, you definitely want to press down gently and try to avoid ruching. Sometimes because of the nail shape, you probably won't be able to avoid the ruching, and ruching is just when the decal overlaps on itself. Once you've gotten the decal to lay down, then you want to file the excess off. You can cut it, that way you're not filing too much off, and then file it. But make sure when you file, you're filing downward so you can, prevent it from lifting. So once I'm done applying my decals, I usually let it dry for about an hour. You do not have to let it dry for an hour. I only do this to ensure that there is no more moisture or water up under the decal. So when you're dealing with water decals, matte top coat is your best friend. We're going to go ahead and seal in these water decals. We don't want them to move. We don't want them to mess up in case we decide to put some gel on top. So definitely get you some matte top coat. If you have a decal that is going to surround the whole nail, make sure you're going to cap the edges whatever you use. So if you're using matte or a shiny top coat, make sure to get those edges. This will help it from preventing from lifting. All right, let's go ahead and finish up this nail design. Now you can't tell me that these nails are not cute. Now would I totally wear these nails in elementary? Yes, I would. But would my mom let me? No. So for my next favorite toy is my Tickle Me Tweety. And if you don't know what a Tickle Me Tweety is, it's basically a cousin of Tickle Me Elmo.
In the movie, it's Turbo Man. In real life, it's Tickle Me Elmo. Perhaps you're wondering, what does Elmo do?
Oh, boy, that tickles.
This may very well be the last Tickle Me Elmo to be found in the Bay Area, but he's already sold, and when we brought him out into the store, we caused a near riot.
Yes, this was definitely hard to find, and I asked my dad to get me one, and he found one at Magic Mountain. And I love this thing to this day. Let's see if it still works.
That tickle. I love you. That tickle.
This doll actually still sleeps with me, and when I feel nostalgic, I push his belly from time to time. So for this nail design, I'm starting with some pre-made French tip nails. Again, I am going to paint them with a matte top coat, and then I'm going to paint the nails that I'm going to put the water decals on white. For this design, I'm going to paint the index finger a chrome color, so I'm applying a chrome base coat. So now let's go ahead and cut our designs out. And if there's one thing to remember when dealing with water decals, is if you have a certain design like this Tweety, you want to cut as close as possible. And I'm not doing the best example because I have these big old scissors I lost. Okay, I didn't lose them. I just can't find my little scissors because I'm always losing stuff or misplacing it. Okay, I lost the scissors, but all I'm saying is that when you have smaller scissors, you can get a closer cut. That's all I'm saying. Also, when you're cutting the negative space around the smaller object, it leaves a more shiny look to it. So when you cut all that off, it just looks better. I wanted to show you this part because I wanted to let you know that not all the time when you're doing water decals, it's going to come out the way you want it. So anytime you're doing your nails, no matter what it is, you should have, especially if you're doing your own nails, plan for something to go awry. So this water decal is way too light. I can't really tell that there's a flower. So I'm glad that I had a backup design because I had a feeling that it was going to be too light. So I'm going to use the light green with the pink and blue flowers. So this one looks a lot better and you can actually see the detail of the flower. So I'm going to go ahead and put a matte top coat on these and finish up the rest of the nail design. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and round out this nail design with some caviar beads and rhinestones. And I really can't stand caviar beads. They get everywhere. I mean, everywhere. But that's not the subject of this video. Now, you cannot tell me these nails aren't cute. I really like them. I definitely would have rocked them with my Tweety Bird in my hand, definitely. I think this would have been age appropriate, maybe a little shorter, my mom would have probably said, but yes, definitely a cute nail set.
There's a special kind of love no one can match. You'll find it in the Cabbage Patch. Cabbage Patch Kids, a special kind of love.
Meet Sarah Ann. I just adopted her. She needs me.
Oh, welcome to the family, Sarah Ann.
Cabbage Patch Kids are each different as can be.
Cabbage Patch Kids, a special kind of love.
Cabbage Patch Kids come with a birth certificate and application for adoption, and they're each sold separately.
That's right, the OG Cabbage Patch. Man, my brothers told me that this doll was possessed. And for the first year and a half, I would whoop her ass. Like, she wasn't gonna catch me slipping. Like, me and her used to go at it. But you see she's okay now. Like, she still has a smile on her face and stuff, so. But no, for real, her and Tweety be sitting on a nightstand just chilling. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. So I got my water decals for this design, and I'm going to use a long coffin. I've already put the matte top coat on, and so we'll just jump right in. So again, we're going to go ahead and cut those designs out, but for this one I want to do a water decal in like a French tip way. So I'm going to cut it in like a circle. This part might be a little hard, but wish me luck. So this time around, I am going to put the decals upside down because they don't curl. And I just wanted to let you know, you do not have to dunk your decals like I do. I just like doing it because I kind of play with them. So you could just put a little water with your finger on the back of these and you'll be fine. But I like to dunk them. Sometimes people are in your comments telling you what you shouldn't and shouldn't be doing. And a lot of times I don't care. Like, if they have good advice, I'll take it. I have no problem with that. It's just sometimes certain things don't need to be corrected. I understand that there is a nail university out there, and I might not be the most polished person that is doing nails on YouTube, but there is a nail channel for everyone. And I am hoping that my channel lets people try new things or go, hey, you know what? I think I can do that. And can be a safe space for somebody just starting out doing their own nails. Now back to the nail design. So I'm going to freehand a French tip, and then I'm going to apply the water decal on top. The water decal is a little wonky, but I'm hoping I can kind of finagle it to make it look right. So wish me luck on that. If there is one thing I would like to redo is the design of the Cabbage Patch garden. I think it's a little bit too big for the design I want to do. Maybe if I did it smaller, I think the cabbages or the Cabbage Patch would be a little bit more noticeable. So here I'm showing you that I'm purposely trying to ruche the decal, only because it doesn't fit exactly with the French tip. So if you do it right, you won't really notice the ruching. And it's a little bit pliable, so you can kind of move it around to where you can kind of shape it basically. But you got to be very careful because at this point it could easily rip or even stretch. So you already know what's next is the matte top coat. I am going to put a gel liner on the French tip nails, so I do not want to mess that up. And remember to cap those edges to prevent peeling. And I'm going to go ahead and add some black liner to finish off this nail look. I must say this was a definitely fun video to film, going back down memory lane on these toys that I really like and love. I have so much more toys that I do like, but I don't have them anymore. And on that note, did this video take you down memory lane? Isn't it nice to remember things when you didn't have to pay bills? Did you remember any of the toys that I displayed today? How many toys did you keep from your past? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you like this video, I have more like it, and don't hesitate to watch this one next.